It's nearly time for us to go on holiday, which means we've got a lot to do. First job is we've got to try and empty this out and see if we can fit all of this in. We started yesterday, but the great British weather wasn't having any of it. So while Rich does that, I'm going to go and do some bits inside the van.
And if you watched our last video, I'm going to start with the box that's now on the back and you gave us some advice on.
I don't know why the box is making me laugh.
I don't know, you're weird. Alright, so it's on. I've attached it with some pretty nifty fixings actually. So at the top, they come through onto the Elm rail. They come through, I just need to cut those bolts off or get some shorter bolts, but for now it's fine. And I put it this way around. So this is lock in. You just open it up. I've already put some stuff in it. But we'll see, because I've got the Tetris to do that is van packing. But yeah, got my water hose in here, my trusty collapsible watering can, which is amazing, and our helmets so far. But yeah, we've got so much to fit in here. I don't know really how we're going to do it. I think we'll start off by clearing all of this detritus out by the magic of editing. In 3, 2, 1. There we go. Oh, it's bogging in here. I'm going to give it a good hoover out. I might even blow it out with the airline because it's pretty dusty in here. I haven't done it for over a year. Ooh. Even our hatch gets a clean. We put this in so we could access the sender and whatnot that's underneath, because we've got an underslung water tank. Then over here you can see, whoop, move you around, I've got forced ventilation for all of my electric cabinet too, so I'm just making sure I give that a clean because it does fill up with dust. Alright, first thing to come out, because they're broken, are these old pegs. So over time, do your pegs do this? Ours sort of all gave up on the last trip. They all snapped one after the other as we were pulling them out, and there's a particular brand that we like over others. So these, when we're in France, were really helpful. So these guys, you actually don't put them on a hammer or with your foot or however you use it. You will use your impact driver or electric screwdriver to just drill them into the ground, and they're really useful if you've got like really hard ground. But we don't use them all the time. We like to use the ones that push in, and these guys, Blue Diamond, they make really good pegs. So we've had those ones, like I say, for years, a couple of years now, been fine. So we thought we'd upgrade to these ones, and we saw them in this little pouch here, and actually Lily, she loves this job. So I'm just going to load these in here. And whilst we're on site, we tend not to have to hook up because we've got 960 watts of solar on the roof. But we do carry our own hookup cable just in case, but it doesn't need to be super accessible because, like I say, fingers crossed, we tend not to need it. Okay, so another thing that we would not be without here is various guises of washing lines. So this one here that I've got two of actually is elastic. You can hook it on stuff, sort of like this, but it needs more of a stretchy stretch. It's quite long, and then it's got pegs on, so you can do what you need to do. The beauty of it though is it folds down real small, and I'm going to pop that in that bottom bag. I've got two of them, and new thing for this year, we're going to give a go when we're out and about, is a retractable line. So hopefully this will be good too. Ooh. And if not, we can catch some terrible fish with it. Okay, next thing to go in. Now I said I don't hook up much, but when we do, we like to do it safely. It's a horse. So these things here are obviously built for Europe, and one of them actually is reverse polarity. So what we'll do when we'll get there, if we are to hook up, because polarity is often different in Europe, we'll plug this guy in, plug in our polarity detector, and then if it's different, we'll switch over and use this one. If it's normal, we'll just use this one. So they're just wired differently depending on what it is. But like I said, we very seldom use them, but it's important that you take them with you. So we keep those in here, ready to go out of the way. All of the electric stuff goes in there, all of our hookup cable for the UK and everything. The other thing that we take with us in case, although again we only tend to need these quite seldom, is all of our gas adapters. So these are from Gasset. You've got all of the different fittings for all over the world actually, in case they're different for wherever we go. We tend to fill up before we go, but you never know when you might need them. So we take those with us, and they'll also go in that top one there, so I know where they are. Okay, the other thing that is really handy to carry with you is spare hose adapters. So I always carry a couple of spare ones with me, because you always need one when you're filling up with a hose, and if you're anything like me, you might lose them. They're cheap to buy, but when you don't have them, that's when you get really upset. But our hose adapter in there, and we've also got a bullfinch outside shower, which we've actually not ever used in anger yet, but maybe where we're going, where it's going to be nice and hot, we actually will this time. And over in the corner is where we keep this guy. So people asked us about this quite a lot actually. So this is like a pre-water filter. So you put it on the hose end, and it just filters out any big bits of guff. Lots of people don't use these. We like to. When I chopped one up last year and this year, after about 6 months use each, they always have like quite a lot of rusty stuff in them depending on where you go. So this lives here, where it can drain when we're not using it. You'll note that up here I've already got my ladder packed, and the thing in the Unigear bag is our awning. So we also take away collapsible awning poles, and you can see it set up here whilst we're on site. And honestly, we love this thing. It's so compact and handy, and we're not afraid of it sort of ripping or being torn away, where you might get that with wind out awnings. Also, it was a lot cheaper, so yeah, highly recommend that. And it's amazing in the summer for keeping the heat off the van, and actually in the winter, or in Great Britain where it's constantly raining, for having a nice sort of area to sort of chill out in. It really extends that out. So yeah, another handy tip, the extendable poles to make your awning, really handy. We love it, wouldn't be without it. One of the most recent additions has been a collapsible folding table. This is going to be difficult to store, and might take some thinking, because before we had it hung up here, but since I've done all of these modifications, that isn't going to work anymore. So this one is going to be a head scratcher of where it's going to fit with the bikes in here as well. But we'll see. Put this in now. Let's see if Lily's bike goes over the top of it. Hopefully it does. We'll get it in there loosely, and then we can see what we need to do with how we're going to ratchet that down. We don't want it going nowhere.
It's looking really good so far. We've managed to get in the rug, Lily's bike, our table, our poles for the awning, and what's that, wastewater tank, haven't we?
Yeah.
Now it's just our bikes. Anything else? Tools?
Bikes and tools, but the
Yeah.
bikes are big.
The bikes are big, so we're not 100% sure they're actually going to fit. And we're also in two minds if we're going to take them, because we're not sure how much we're going to use them. The weight, and also I fell off mine, and I'm still not loving the fact that I got to get back on it, but I will. So we're in two minds if we're going to take them or not. But first of all, will they fit?
Tell them what we've bought.
We have my riders, which are e-bikes. Now Richard had his hair cut, so he's got like a really pale bit of head. It looks nice though. So they fold up, the seat comes off, folds up, and then we're hoping they go in.
We're not experts at it yet.
What's yours called?
I don't know. Do you
Watermelon.
have some ideas for names? Watermelon, you reckon?
Yeah.
That's a good name, yeah.
Cherry.
Ooh.
Oh, it's looking promising.
One in.
One in, one in.
Naturally, I've accessorised mine already. Let's run over this
Rich
stuff.
can't help but accessorise stuff, can you?
No,
He
oh
loves
god,
it.
I love it. It's all about the bits.
They are in.
You'll note that I cut these out here. So I have tried it before, but not with everything else in here. So let's see. And then we've still got all this other guff.
It's the test of shutting the doors,
Wait a
isn't
minute,
it?
the saddles, the saddles.
The saddles! And then we've got to decide what tools we want to take. When I say we, I mean Richard's got to decide what tools.
Then you've got to show everyone the new stuff that we've got inside for organising, because I've been going through some of our must-have things that we've got in here.
Can you hear the horse going by? We get loads of horses out by us.
There we are, that's going to go, I think.
Yeah.
Let's try. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
one, and... Ooh, not quite. Yes.
Yes. It works, but we do need to get tools in. So.
It's pretty much all well in there now. Got all of the tools we want in here. And I've got a little tool roll to go up here, which is cool. Really good thing, that's from a company called Mud Stuff. And it fits loads in there, which I'm happy with. But I've thinned out what I'm taking. I've taken the essentials, gaffer tape and hopes and dreams really. All of this stuff's in there. The only two things I can't fit at the moment are the levelling ramps, which I've got an idea for. I'm just waiting for something to come so I can protect the back door. And our mat, which again I've got another idea, but with 2 days to go.
I don't know if we'll be able to.
Might just have to chuck
it
it
or not.
indoors. But yeah, it all shuts as it should. One more thing left to do on here is to stick on our UK stickers and angled morts.
Old angle morts.
Behave yourself. What have you been up to?
Sleeping. No.
She has been sleeping.
But only 30 minutes. I've also been doing inside the bus, and we got some like new, well, it's not that exciting really, but just some new containers and things for storage, haven't we?
Don't know. Let's go have a look. I've made something too.
Oh, he's so proud. Right, come on you.
We've been tidying this for a while, haven't we?
Yeah, I recently emptied every single thing out and like repacked. So first thing Richard made. What's this foam called?
Shadow foam.
Yeah, shadow foam. So we cut it out so all our little clumps aren't clanking around. When we've done the
Hopefully.
little- Well, we'll see, won't we?
Do you think you've brought enough biscuits?
No. I've actually got another pack of biscuits to spare as well that's packed away in the cupboard.
Right.
They're for Lily in case I can't find any biscuits that don't have edible nuts in them.
Yeah, that is true.
Little bags.
With the toiletries in. Look, parents.
Yeah.
This cupboard is an absolute, well, it was a nightmare, wasn't it?
Yeah, basically we could never find anything in there because it just all used to be loose as all containers. So I kind of just put it in categories and put it in like little wash bags and stuff, and it, fingers crossed.
You'd have a corral, don't you?
Yeah, I'm always doing it. It should be a lot easier,
Yeah.
but we'll see. Next, this is still a bit crazy, but it's like organised crazy because I can like lift these out and then we've got like our towels and toiletries and stuff.
Nice.
And
To be fair, it's a much bigger deal than what you make it out to be, because when you're scrabbling around for all of the shower stuff at the end of a tired day,
it's annoying.
it's annoying.
And also I've put it in one thing, the shower, so you can just grab it so you can't forget anything, because it's well annoying when you go to the shower block and you've forgotten something, isn't it?
Yeah.
And last thing, which I think this is maybe better, is that I've kind of got these drawer inserts for clothes. So again, it's kind of categorising, you're not pulling everything out looking for something.
Nice. You can find the skids easy.
They're there. Don't want to look at my massive Bridget Jones pants.
And what have we got in our little pull-out ladder thing?
Oh, yeah. Just little containers that we usually use, gin, and just some tins and stuff.
Handy dandy.
That whole sausage is for Lily.
The absolute must.
I hate them. I'm eating them.
We're nearly ready, aren't we? Just a
Yeah.
couple of those other things to do.
Need to make the beds. We need to go food shopping for like perishables.
Find a solution for our outdoor mat. It's like
Yeah.
first world problems now,
Yeah.
and then make a decision on actually if we're taking those bikes.
Yeah. And if we're going to take the curtain down, which I think we probably are, aren't we? 'Cause it's
Oh, are
quite
we?
big. I don't know.
Yeah, we could do.
Yeah.
One less thing.
I don't know. We've got to decide that too.
This is the curtain. So we put this up mainly for winter. I don't think it's going to be needed for keeping us cool. I don't think
No.
so. Right, okay. Should we go and have some tea?
Let's go, otherwise we're going to be in trouble. We're being late.
Okay, let's go.
Bye.
So we added the angle morts and UK stickers, which is required for our next trip. Made the beds, and now we're on the road, ready to go.
Does anyone else overpack like too much stuff? It seems to take forever to pack, doesn't it? Is it just us, or will other people pack?
And we've
everything
even
as
taken
well?
stuff out. Yeah. Leave us a comment, let us know.
You can watch more of our videos up here or up here, and I can remember what side. And we'll see you next time. 1, 2, 3.
Bye.